At center, Andre Drummond. And now this...
Thanks for joining us here. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Running the wings, it's Oubre and George. Joel Embiid out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Maxey in at the 1. And for the Suns, deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Dunn. And it's Richards in at the 5 down low.
Boy, the defense has no answer for Andre Drummond. That's what we call emphatic finish.
And with this core of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Now George, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
KD sets the pick for Booker. Durant finds Booker from deep. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with the head coach of the Suns. When I asked him how hard it is to game plan for Paul George, he just chuckled. He said he's one of the hardest guys in the league to guard. I really challenged our team to make sure we're communicating whenever he has the ball. It will be, as always, a team-first approach to slowing down PG-13. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And here's Maxey after the three-pointer from KD. And it's George missing. Beal taking his time here. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so here's Phoenix. Beal with a screen on George. Here's Booker. Outside for Beal. Dunn passes to Richards. Clock at 4. Dunn dishes to KD. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Maxey against Booker. Maxey passes to Drummond. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And one of the many ways Maxey can hurt you with his shooting, lightning fast on that release. And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Now here's Booker. Outside for Beal. Clock at 6. For 3, Durant. Rebound, Andre Drummond. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Embiid. It's rebounded by Durant. The Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Beal finds Richards.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
George against Booker. KD sets the pick for Booker. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Third team foul.
Yeah, there's an activity level and the skill level that makes Devin Booker problematic on the offensive end. He dares defenders to get physical with him.
GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Such a wide open look. Embiid's got 7.
Field goal.
Come on. Joel Embiid. I mean, 7-footers are not supposed to shoot like that.
Durant with a screen on George. And Booker kicks to KD. 3-pointer. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. Here's Oubre. Still without a basket. To the middle. Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
Andre Drummond lets the defense know there is nothing to be done with him on that one.
Booker looking around. Outside Durant. Back to Booker. Beal against Maxey. Just 5 to shoot. A nice shot by Booker.
Boy, the delivery from Booker so clean. That jump shooting is pure.
Maxey against Booker. Maxey passes to Embiid. Over Durant. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Phoenix shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. First one falls for him.
One of the best things about Kevin Durant is he simply locks in on exactly what's in front of him at the moment. If that means working at practice, that's what he does. If that's competing at a high level in the game, that's what he does.
And Phoenix pushing it up now. No problems knocking that one down.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Maxey finds George. They need this. Sinks the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Suns. He finishes with 9. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Nick Richards out there with Durant, and it's done in at the 3. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Embiid against KD. Tries from 16. The rebound by Richards.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in him, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
EA thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Booker, no good. The 76ers trail by 6. George with the ball. Now guarded by Dunn. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, Paul George won't be shy. You give him a driving lane, he will expose you defensively.
Durant with a screen on Maxey. And Beal kicks to KD. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. Oubre, no one around him. That 3 off the mark. Suns leading by 4. And here's KD for 3. Another shot. To the left side wing. Dunn misses. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. The offensive rebound. And that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got 6.
The shot goes up. You've got to put a body on Andre Drummond. This guy's so good off the offensive window.
Booker with no one around. Phoenix no good that time either.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
2 minutes.
Down low, Drummond. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Done with it. Maxey covering. And then Durant with the jam.
Kevin Durant just lighting up the stat sheet right now. He's in a rhythm, and that's trouble.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Outside, George. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist. George has got 5 points now this quarter. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Maxey attacking. Oubre kicks to Maxey. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Launches it. That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Oubre.
But he's got NBA range. There's no doubt about that. Oubre with 3 and D ability on the wing.
With 3, Booker. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Drummond's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And George, here we go. A miss that time would have put him up. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Offensive rebound. Richards finds Dunn. Now here's Durant. Fires for 3. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Maxey on the wing. Defended by Booker. Maxey passes to George. From outside, off the mark. Right side, Durant. Here's Beal with the 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Phoenix Suns. And thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. Following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Yabusele out there with Edwards. And it's Bona in at the 5. For 3, Edwards. Yabusele, the second chance points on the tip in. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Cole, that's good.
And the big fella knows how to score the basketball. Bo's understanding of when to look for his next level.
Here's Grimes, out to Edwards. Pass to Grimes. Edwards, a screen on Plumlee. Here's Grimes. Plumlee with the rebound. The Suns leading. Puts up a deep 3. O'Neal, no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Grimes, and Ball sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Grimes. Edwards passes to Grimes. Back to Edwards. And it's sent back by Allen. O'Neal dishes to Allen. Allen with the screen for Martin. Back to Allen. Let's go. Right side, Martin. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. O'Neal sets the screen for Allen. A putback. The rebound by Yabusele. The 76ers trail by 3.
2 minutes remaining in the
Outside Edwards. And the call will go against Grayson Allen. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Walker's checked in.
For the 76ers. Number 16.
1:58 left here in the third quarter. Nailed from three-point land.
Lonnie Walker,
The D a little bit too concerned about the ball going inside on the inbound play. They forgot to guard that perimeter.
Allen kicks the ball.
76ers foul. Kevin Grimes. First personal foul. First team foul.
Allen for 3. Again, Allen missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Here's Bona. Out to Edwards. For the lead. Good on the triple. Edwards got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the 76ers. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Allen, that's good.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Martin kicks the ball. Outside, O'Neal. Allen, a screen on Edwards. O'Neal passes to Allen. Shot clock at 6. The Suns need to get a shot off. With the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Plumlee's got the game tied up here for Phoenix.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Grimes passes to Edwards. To the inside, Yabusele, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Edwards.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Allen dishes the bowl. Puts it up from 12. Wow! Unbelievable!
Can't do it much better than that right before the clock expires.
What a way to seize momentum. Can it carry over into the next quarter beautifully?
And so after 3 quarters of play and some great offensive output, this one is tied. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Dunn is out there with Durant, and it's Richards in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Who's out there for Phoenix?
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Outside, Maxey shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Richards got 9 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Beal. Durant sets a screen for Beal to take the lead. KD can't get it to go. Philadelphia has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. And it's George missing.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
The drive by Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
This guy's in attack mode. Bradley Beal taking it strong.
Maxey kicks to George. Up top, Embiid. Guarded by KD. The 76ers with another miss.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game. He's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Beal with it. Now defended by Oubre. No good from Booker.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
The 3. And it's Durant missing. The 76ers trailing. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
We know Paul George, a very capable playmaker, guys. He is brilliant as a passer.
Booker against George. For 3, Durant. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 5 assists in the game.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Embiid wide open. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And in the big moment, Embiid is your guy. He's always ready to go on the attack.
And Booker kicks to KD. Back to Booker. Dunn with a screen on George. Booker with it. George picks him up. 6 on the shot clock. Hit the shot. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Green. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
George finds Embiid over Durant. Can't connect from 14 feet out. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter. Outside for Durant. Suns moving the ball around. Here's Booker. Right into the hoop.
It's one thing to know your team counts on you to deliver big buckets. It's another to take that responsibility and run with it. Go ahead, Mr. Booker.
Run against George. Pass to Embiid. This one for three. Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Nice work to get it inside.
The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
At the line for your Suns, Devin
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast.
2 minutes are allowed
In real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Booker against George. Beal up top. Kicks it out to Booker. And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw up a play to make it happen.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on. Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
They had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2.
2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2 and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
Done with a screen on Embiid. For 3, Booker. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke.
teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And it's Kuzma in at the three. And that one drops.
Got to appreciate the decisiveness of Giannis, rolling with purpose after setting the screen.
Beal with a screen on Jackson. Booker for three. Drills it from deep.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We briefly discussed what he wanted his team to do against Damian Lillard, and he said to not let him get going from deep. Once his three ball is falling, everything else becomes easier for him. So we have to talk out there on the perimeter. So expect to see a lot of defensive activity near the three-point line tonight. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Talk about strength and athletic ability. Lopez can maneuver against his opponents down low.
Booker against Jackson. Booker, the pass to Richards. Boom! He jams it straight down.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely even smooth when he's powering it home like that. And Giannis with the jam.
He throws it down with two hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher. Three-pointer, Beal. That's good. And so Durant with the assist.
That's Beal's wheelhouse. Catch and pop.
You know, over Bradley Beal's career, he succeeded in a few different roles, RJ.
Yeah, he played with the ball-dominant guy. Then he became the sole star on his team. And now he's playing with multiple stars. Evolution is a part of success, and Bradley Beal is doing it.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Lillard outside. Drives to the hoop. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Oh, wow. What a dangerous move on that drive. I mean, when Dame is coming in strong, it is so tough to stop him.
Now here's Booker. Outside Durant. Pass to Dunn. Antetokounmpo against Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
This is an intelligent play call by Durant, shaking up the defense so he can find his angle.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Booker. Lillard fires away from way outside. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Booker finds Beal. Misses the three. The Bucks have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. It's Booker on the wing, defended by Jackson. Outside Durant. Now here's Beal. For three, Booker. The putback. It's good on the putback. Durant's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Look at Durant utilizing his length, snatching the offensive board. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 7 foot and sending it right back.
Lillard looking around. The three ball. They grab their own miss. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
And man, does Giannis work hard on the glass. Being rewarded for his efforts right there.
Screen by Durant. Booker, the pass to Durant. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Durant's got 7 points in the game.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Lillard against Booker. Back to Antetokounmpo. Oh, Durant with a steal. And now the Suns fast break. Jack's up a three. The putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
The Bucks trail by 7. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Booker. Back to Antetokounmpo. Durant pulls it in.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
With 4 on the clock, here he goes. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And so it's the Phoenix Suns. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their... We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Phoenix?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards, and it's Dunn in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. 3 on the clock, and Lopez gets it to go.
And using that size to his advantage. Man, I like it when Lopez establishes himself inside and looks to capitalize.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you.
And we've spoken about Booker's two-way abilities. There we saw it all in one sequence.
Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. He can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Here's Antetokounmpo. Out to Lillard. Oh, Lillard with the dunk.
What an athletic play from Lillard. More than capable of just jamming it down.
Beal outside. Durant with a screen on Lillard. Beal, the pass to Durant. The three-pointer off the mark. The Bucks trail by 9. Jackson outside. Antetokounmpo, left side. Pass to Lillard. 5 on the clock. And he lobs it up. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. And stolen by Jackson. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. It's Booker on the wing, defended by Kuzma. Booker no good. And for the Bucks, their shooting has been good. 54% on this one. Lillard against Booker. Fires from deep. Offensive board. Antetokounmpo flying high for the follow.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Here's Booker. Uses the glass on the layup. Booker's got 7 points in the game. Richard, you played for great teams and rebuilding teams. How different is the atmosphere between those types of organizations?
The expectation to win from everyone, top to bottom, that's what stands out to me. Everyone takes their role seriously and professionally.
Inside, Lillard can deliver. He's a skilled finisher.
Outside Durant. Dunn outside. Back to Durant. Just 4 to shoot. Puts up a deep 3. No good. He's 5 for 9 in this one.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Lillard against Beal. And the dunk by Lillard.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Booker, the pass to Durant. Outside for Booker. There's Booker on the attack. And Booker with the jam.
He's hitting on all cylinders. Booker takes off and never looks back.
Now Lillard. Give him 8. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, look at Giannis power in.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. They pinned that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Phoenix shooting their first foul shot of the night.
You look at Durant's game and you instantly see all the hours of hard work that went into shaping it. He's so polished in every area. His skills are so sharp.
And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Feed the interior, good things will happen.
Beal outside. For 3, Booker. Unable to get that one. And so it's the Phoenix Suns leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drumline. They're thinking about the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
So on the floor for Milwaukee, they've got Prince. Gary Trent is out there with Kevin Porter. Then it's Bobby Portis, and it's Sims in at the 5. The Suns lead by 9. Ever since Phoenix changed ownership, they've been all in on winning now, Richard.
They've traded a lot of picks away and young talent to assemble a team of superstars. Some of the best shooters in the history of this league, and they were willing to go deep into the luxury tax to sustain it.
All by himself. The finish! Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
And that's all the result of some good defensive awareness.
Outside O'Neal. Launches it from deep. Another 3 for Phoenix.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
And there's a pick. Porter from outside. Sinks the tray.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Martin against Trent. Martin, the pass to Plumlee. Outside O'Neal. Now here's Allen. Pass to Bull. From the arc. Allen can't get it to go. The Bucks trail by 7. Prince, the pass to Portis. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge.
At the line for the Bucks, Bobby Portis.
But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Portis.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Allen, pass to Martin. Into the lane. Banked it in off the glass. Martin's got his first 2 points of the night.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Martin against Trent. Trent's a screen on Martin. Trent from long range. Bull grabs the board. Phoenix leading by 7. Pass to Plumlee. Ooh, it's stolen away. Trent with it. Martin picks him up. Down low. Here's Sims. Here's Brents. Okay, knockout. Wow. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now.
That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
Grayson Allen's shooting gets a lot of attention, Richard, but his efficiency is also impressive.
No, it's his shooting and efficiency that causes problems for defenses. When he's on the floor, there will be much more space for everyone else to work.
Martin finds Allen. Plumlee a screen on Porter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Allen. Pass to Plumlee. And he misses his first shot of the game. The Bucks trail by 3. Here's Trent. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Trent's got his second bucket on the night.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Outside Bull. Out left to the wing. Top of the key. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. The Bucks have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Here's Portis for 3. It's intercepted. Bull with it. Portis picks him up. Outside O'Neal. Plumlee passes to O'Neal. Allen outside. Fires the 3. Porter pulls it in.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And it's a completely new group for the Suns. Here's Milwaukee. They're on a 14-5 run for the lead. Kicks it out to Jackson. Inside. 6 to shoot. Out to Lillard. From deep three-point land. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for the Bucks. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. And it's done in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Lillard finds Antetokounmpo. Kuzma outside. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by Antetokounmpo to take the lead. And Kuzma, good for 3. Kuzma's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Pure from three-point range.
What focus from Booker. He was dead set on hitting that three-point answer.
And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this win.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Mike Budenholzer said to the team. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Pass to Kuzma. Antetokounmpo inside. Durant's there. Offensive rebound. Giannis with the jam.
And you could see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul.
First team.
That'll be a second foul of the game. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Durant. Durant, so effective inside.
Well, Durant must be making the defense sweat a little bit right now. Whenever he gets into a rhythm, he gets aggressive.
Lillard against Booker. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Booker. Here's Lillard. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got 4 rebounds now. An open look for Durant. Cans it with nobody near him.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Second shot opportunity, and it's Phoenix with a rebound. They've led by as many as 11. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Beal goes in. Outside for Booker. Pass to Durant to take the lead. Driving inside. And there's Booker. That one's good. On the assist from Durant.
There is no shot too big for Booker. He lives for these moments.
Lillard outside. Free ball from Lillard.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Outside Booker. Hits the trifecta. Booker's got 8 points here in the quarter.
A reliable three-point sniper. I like seeing Booker connect from downtown.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Booker. The 3, here's Lillard. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lopez. Kuzma for 3. Offensive rebound.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Booker against Lillard. For 3, Durant. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. Booker's got 4 assists now tonight.
Big-time players make big-time shots. Durant, he lives for these opportunities.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Booker. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Phoenix leading by 5. 1:10 left in the fourth. Outside Booker. Takes the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lillard outside. Let's go with a 3. Durant pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
For 3, Booker. Richards. Pass to Dunn. Beal with it. Covered by Lopez. The kick to Durant. Just 2 to shoot. Over Antetokounmpo. Nice shot by Durant. And the Suns lead by 7.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
To the middle. Stolen by Booker. He's all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Nice hustle on defense from Booker, just clawing the ball away there.
For 3, Phoenix wins it. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. And for Philadelphia, Maxey and Oubre, they have the guard duties. Joel Embiid out there with George, and it's Drummond in at the center.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Kuzma. Off target from three-point range. Now the 76ers with it. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Now here's Giannis. Giannis' screen on George. The shot by Lillard. Wide open. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute. I talked with Coach about how he plans to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. Coach laughed and then asked me, you have any ideas? Giannis is an impossible matchup. We just hope to slow him down a little. As always, it's very difficult to game plan for the Greek Freak, a multiple-time MVP. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch, this guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Kept alive. Giannis against Embiid. Antetokounmpo kicks to Jackson. Back to Antetokounmpo. Here's Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
Boy, Kuzma superb at finding space along the perimeter and shooting the ball with confidence, and he's got great range, too.
Embiid with a screen on Jackson. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Lillard. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Good on the three-point shot.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
And that one's good, George.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that Giannis. I love the Greek Freak. I tell you, Kareem is my guy. I would tip my hat there, but I certainly understand why others would say Giannis. I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's Giannis. And there's the drive. And Giannis throws it down.
I tell you what, it's absolutely foolish and futile to let Antetokounmpo get space to sprint towards the rim. I mean, the dunks he jams home are just downright filthy, ugly, nasty, wicked.
Now, here's Maxey. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Lopez. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. That puts them in the lead. Lillard's got 6.
So effective in the catch and shoot is Lillard. You give him an inch, and he's taking much more than that.
And here's George for 3. Drills it from outside.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Lillard. 24 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's George. And then George with the jam.
And you know what? For me, these don't show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
Running the wings, it's Oubre and George. Andre Drummond is out there with Embiid, and it's Maxey in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. The same day, Clark, that Tyrese Maxey was named to the All-Star game, he scored a career high and was great doing it.
How about that, Kevin? How ironic is that? It was his first All-Star selection, by the way, but this has been the story with Maxey. I mean, he just continues to make great progress in his game.
Oh, wow!
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
76ers.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Team foul.
Oubre with the steal.
Opportunistic defense on that possession, guys.
The high post shot. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Bucks trail. Lillard with it. Now defended by Oubre. Screen by Giannis. Now Lillard. He has 6. 6 to shoot. Floats it up for. There's Giannis. Look out below.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Ball's not loose. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Embiid.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
George passes to Drummond. Inside. Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
Boy, look at the big guy getting tricky. Drummond doesn't waste a chance to get creative at the rim. That's pretty impressive for a big guy.
And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade. Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Kuzma kicks to Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Now Lopez, guarded by Embiid. Paul George with the steal. Fast break, here we go. Oh, he jams it right over Giannis Antetokounmpo. Wow!
We talk about the two-way abilities of PG-13. There it is, all in one sequence.
George against Lillard. for the three. And again, the Bucks miss. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. To the paint, and stolen by Kuzma. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Lillard. Paul George with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Oubre can't get it to go. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Giannis is a monster around the rim. Too easy there.
A three from George. Bangs home the trifecta. George has got 13.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Bucks trail by 3. Antetokounmpo, a screen on George. Lillard misses.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc. Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Lillard outside. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. Fires it up. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. It's tipped. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Launches it from deep. It's hauled in by Paul George.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Lillard from deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got his 3rd basket of the night. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. 76ers on top, leading by 4. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit.
And get ready for the fans half-court shot from Lee. They're measuring up that shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Gary Trent is out there with Porter. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then there's Prince. And it's Sims in at the 5 roaming the paint. Philadelphia leading by 4. You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime and Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Portis sets the pick for Porter. Takes the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Porter Jr.
Porter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And there's the call on Kevin Porter.
Kevin Porter
That's
Jr.
his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. To the middle, here's Yabusele. It's rebounded by Portis. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting at 46%, making some buckets. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Hammers the alley-oop through. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Trent outside. Shot clock at 6. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. For 3, Portis. And Sparrow with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Trent passes to Portis. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers leading by 3. Here's Edwards. And that one, good. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Here's Grimes, defended by Trent. Bonham, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Trent outside. Over in the corner, Portis. Hits it from 3-point range. Portis has got his first 3 points of the game.
Does not shoot many from out there, but Portis makes them at a decent clip.
Here's Grimes. Pass to Yabusele. And stolen by Portis. 50 seconds left to play in the third. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Walker finds Edwards. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
Trent outside. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And so it's Philadelphia with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Philadelphia leading by 6. Maxey and Oubre, they have the guard duties. And Bede is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group. In the game for the 76ers.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Bucks. And stolen by Kuzma.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
And Lopez throws it down.
The big fella with the big finish. Lopez rocking that rim.
On the wing, Jackson. He's covered by Maxey. Kicks it out to Giannis. Pass to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game. Maxey finds Oubre. Trains it from beyond the arc. Oubre's got the lead up to 7 now for the 76ers.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Lillard looking around. The kick out to Lopez. Drummond with it. He's picked up by Lopez. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the 76ers.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Lillard attacking. Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Oh! Is Dame trying to get in the dunk contest? Looked like it on that incredible finish.
Giannis outside. Oubre with the steal. And now here's Oubre. Fast break chance. The three from George. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. And the 76ers lead by 11. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Giannis a screen on George. Clock at 6, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Hey, certain guys just exude that it factor. Damian Lillard is a great player and a terrific leader.
Damian Lillard, 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. The 76ers leading by 10. To the wing right side. Embiid. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
A focal point in this offense, Embiid has no hesitation shooting off the catch.
Giannis a screen on George. Lillard against George. Giannis outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's Giannis with the slam.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Outside for George. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. Count the basket. George has got 20 points.
Yeah, this guy certainly knows how to take over a game. I wonder who made George mad tonight. They're paying for it now.
Lopez passes to Giannis. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's George. Basket good. George has got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away. Using his speed advantage there to create the separation he needs for the shot.
Outside, Maxey. Pass to George. Front past the arc. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the 76ers.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for George.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Brook Lopez worth every penny as he secured a nice raise last season.
Yeah, you know, he's a combination of a three-point shooting big who's also an elite rim protector. That's a heck of a combination and a valuable one in today's game.
George against Kuzma. George, no good. Inside. Kicks it out to Lillard. got a piece of it, and stolen by Lillard. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony.
NBA action on. Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. Booker and Beal in the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Dunn in at the 3. And for Philadelphia, Maxey and Oubre pair up at the 1 and the 2. Paul George out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Drummond in at center. Well, Grant, what should we expect in a veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, B.A., it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
Drummond, plenty of space. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good.
Without missing a beat, Embiid gets the shot up. That's the work of an assertive offensive player.
And Booker, here we go. Pass to Dunn. Up top, Durant. No one near him. Rebound by the 76ers.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. No good, off the front rim. Philadelphia with the ball. Richards, the pass to Dunn. Three-pointer, Beal, and he buries his first look.
Don't you love the confidence of Bradley Beal? In rhythm, in the catch-and-shoot game, so good.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Shoots over Durant. That's good from Embiid on the assist from Maxey.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Booker finds Durant. Pass to Beal. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Booker. Drummond grabs the miss. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Devin Booker is a 2-guard, Doris. What's Book do that makes him special at that position?
I mean, so many things in terms of his skill. He's an elite shooter. He has become an excellent decision maker. He can get to the mid-range. He's a 3-level scorer. There's so many things. But my favorite thing is watching this guy in NBA Finals play with a broken nose, be hit repeatedly, and never flinch. His toughness and competitive edge is always there nightly, and I love that.
And Philadelphia has possession. Coming off a Suns make to the right side. George for 3. Counted from distance.
You can't leave any room for Paul George outside. He will deliver from deep.
The Suns have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Booker, the pass to Beal. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Beal's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, there is a relentlessness to Bradley Beal, and he does a nice job on the interior to get a contested shot down.
Embiid misses. And Booker's got the ball here for the Suns. For 3, Durant. Rebound by Philadelphia. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning a title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning. That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night."
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. Here's Beal. After the Sixers picked up a basket a moment ago. Fires the 3. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
You're talking about one of the sweetest shooting guards in the entire NBA, Bradley Beal from deep. Yes, sir.
All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, BA.
And Phoenix has possession. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And Durant gets it to go.
Now, Kevin Durant's not missing chippies, folks. You allow him to get that kind of position, turn the lights out.
Here's Maxey. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter here. Beal finds Booker. Rebound by the 76ers.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
George, no good. And the Suns pushing it up now. Dunn, the pass to Durant. Outside Booker. Shoots over George. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Paul George. Phoenix shooting their first free throws of the evening. That free throw good from Booker.
Devin Booker taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Booker.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. Phoenix out. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
They've been in rhythm from the in-between area, just keeping things simple and taking what the D gives them.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
On the court right now for the Suns, Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards, and it's Dunn in at the 3. Beal against Maxey. Beal outside. Up top, Durant. Easy money for KD inside.
You can see the level of attention Bradley Beal draws. This guy is so heady finding the open teammate.
Well, Doris, you look back over the history of the NBA, hard to find a better scorer than KD.
Oh, BA, he is unequivocally on the short list of the greatest scorers the league has ever seen. You think about guys, when you think about KD, guys that can create their own shot and hit from anywhere on the floor. You couple that with the size and the release point and the skill with the ball. Kevin Durant is a problem, folks.
Beal from outside. The rebound by Embiid. Philadelphia leading by 3. Here's Maxey. And the jam by Drummond.
Boy, the defense has no answer for Andre Drummond. That's what we call emphatic finish.
That's tipped and stolen by Booker. Going all the way to the rack. Whoa, Booker busting it up court.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Pass to Maxey. The 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Maxey's got 5 now. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
The Sixers lead by 4. Outside Oubre. Pass to Drummond. Outside Maxey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, George. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
DA, I absolutely love this. And more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, you have to respect how fast Kelly Oubre gets his shot off in catch-and-shoot situations.
Outside Booker. Oh, George with a steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Maxey with it. Now guarded by Booker. Maxey surveys. There's 1:47 left in the second. To 3, George. Rebounded by Dunn. Suns trail by 7. And now the Suns fast break. KD jams it straight down.
Yeah, Kevin Durant, you allow him a path to the cup. Look out.
Maxey passes to George. Back to Maxey. Kicks it to George. Clock at 6. Puts up a 3. Kevin Durant with a rebound. The Suns have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. And Beal puts up a deep 3. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. And now just a 2-point Philadelphia lead. To the inside. Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
This team trusts Maxey to make good decisions with the ball.
Drummond against Booker. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Fast break. Here we go. George for 3. Durant pulls it in. Suns trail by 4. Here's Richards. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
The instincts of KD on display right there. He sees the entire floor. I think it's an underrated aspect of his game.
Kicks it to George. Drummond with the screen. Takes a 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Well, he keeps taking shots and keeps missing. At what point do you get others involved?
Offensive rebound. Beal against Maxey. Booker with a screen on Maxey. Beal, the pass to Booker. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Philadelphia on top, leading by just 2. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
They've got Lonnie Walker, and it's Bona in at the 5 down low. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Now Allen. For the tie, outside goal. Back to Allen for the lead. Gets the 3 to fall. Allen's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And one of the game's best shooters, Doris. Grayson Allen can really stretch the floor for you.
BA, his presence on this particular roster is so significant because of what they can do around him. Yes, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter because he can flat beat you from distance, but you also can't foul him. He is consistent at the free throw line, and he's very capable off the bounce. Grayson Allen is a more well-rounded player than he's given credit for.
And here's Edwards outside. Fires, hitting the triple.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Allen, pass to Plumlee. Martin outside.
76ers foul. Bona. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Screen by O'Neal. Bold, the pass to Martin. Just 5 on the clock. Walker with some nice D.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Edwards for 3, and Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Allen, pass to O'Neal. Buries it from 3. O'Neal's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Bowl, the pass to Allen. There's a screen by Bowl. Deflected! It's Walker on the wing. No points so far. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Down low. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Hook loose. Pass to Martin. Allen with a screen on Walker. Martin, the pass to Allen. Hold the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Allen's got 5 points in the quarter. Philadelphia's gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Philadelphia's shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Suns trail by 4. Here's Martin. And the three off target. Here's Grimes. 1:14 left in the third. Edwards for three. Knocks it down from distance. Edwards has got his third basket of the night.
Here in the third, he's really starting to heat up from the perimeter.
Pass to Martin. Back to Allen. Lets it fly. Here's Bowl. Pure from three-point range. Bowles got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Edwards, a pass to Grimes. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. Suns trail by 4. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Booker, the pass to Beal. Booker with a screen on Maxey. Back to Booker. Beal surveying the D. Can't get it to go. His second miss in 6 tries. George outside. Embiid, a screen on Booker. Pass to Embiid. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his 4th assist with that last one. Outside Booker. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Close. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Phoenix, Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Then there's Kevin Durant, and it's Iguodala in at the center position. Screen by Embiid. Here's Maxey. Iguodala grabs a miss. Leaps for it. And so it's Beal who brings up the ball for Phoenix. It's a 5-point game. Durant, the pass to Dunn. The kick to Durant. And the shot falls short that time. Embiid with it. Durant covering. Nifty move. Inside, Embiid gets the advantage.
I love the confidence Embiid plays with, especially this close to the rim.
Beal with a screen on Edwards. Booker, the pass to Durant. No good on the three. Philadelphia leading by 7. Outside Edwards. From deep 3-point range, they get it back. Over to the wing. Edwards a screen on Durant. Embiid from outside. The Suns clear it. Dunn's got 4 rebounds in the game. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Drummond's checked in for Philadelphia. George comes in for Edwards. That gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Mike Budenholzer said to the team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
Thanks for that, Allie. Phoenix making a switch here. Richards is checked in. Durant for 3. Rebound by Philadelphia.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
For 3, Maxey. Kevin Durant pulls it in.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Back to Booker. It's stolen by Oubre. Here's Drummond. Puts the move on. And Drummond with the jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Launches a 3. Back to Embiid. It's tipped and stolen by Booker. 3-pointer. Pass to Durant. The 3-ball. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup.
Oh, boy. Don't allow Kevin Durant to get comfortable from there. It could be a long night if you do.
And here's Embiid. They set the screen. George outside. Five to shoot. Back to Embiid. 3-pointer. Here's Drummond. Up top, George. And that one hits the back iron. Suns trail by 6. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. The kick to Durant. Stolen by Drummond. Oubre with it. Beal picks him up for 3. Maxey on target from range. And the 76ers lead by 9. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
But they've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
5 on the clock. George for 3. They get the rebound. Now here's Embiid. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. 3-pointer. Beal knocks down the triple.
That's just a great shot by a great scorer. Bradley Beal in the house.
And Maxey, here we go. Drummond, high post. Outside Oubre. Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. Embiid. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Oh, clock dwindling, but it doesn't bother Embiid. He knows he can find a shot anytime.
Nails it from 3.
For 3.
And so it's Philadelphia with the W. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day,
Both these teams, of course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Dunn is out there with Durant, and it's Richards in at the center position. Now here's Giannis. The shot comes out. Booker looking around. Pass to Richards. Back to Booker. Launches a three. Offensive rebound. Can't connect from short range. Deep two from Lopez. Outside Jackson. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Dunn. Jackson passes to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slings it in.
Giannis works hard to score, but there are a lot of times where he works harder for somebody else to score.
And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates. A game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Lillard outside. Count it.
Muscling in for the basket. Lillard showing that mental toughness to get in there.
Booker against Jackson. Booker outside. Pass to Durant. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Jackson from long range. It's hauled in by Dunn. And it's the Suns' ball. Searching for their first points of the game. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Give for another round of applause, fans.
Lillard against Booker. Lillard dishes to Giannis. Back to Lillard. Pass to Jackson. Kicks it out to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the three fly. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And not just a volume shooter. Lillard, very accurate.
Booker against Jackson. Booker the pass to KD. Off the run, trains the three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Lillard following the three from Kevin Durant. Lillard outside. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Suns trail by 4. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin, Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. KD says, I believe in this team and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry. Not just the three of us, but our whole team. Our coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything. I like our chances against anybody. Kevin is certainly a talent.
David, indeed they do.
And that stride that you see from Giannis is just so effective out there getting around defenders.
To the inside. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. And Giannis throws it down hard.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
The slam from KD, just getting to the rim for an easy one.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Bucks. 6-point game. Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next 2 years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Suns trail by 6. Booker outside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And Booker just with a great job refusing to let the defense slow him down.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
And here's Booker after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Not much in the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's Antetokounmpo. Drops in the layup for 2. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points.
That's fun to see the handles coming out there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, how do you stop a near 7-footer who's got some dribble skills like that?
Durant against Lopez. Beal the pass to KD. 6 to shoot. From deep 3-point land. A 3. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
I don't know how you get out and disrupt Kevin Durant on that catch and shoot.
Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. And Durant sends it back. And he gets it back. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bucks lead by 5. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Antetokounmpo. No, it doesn't go. His 4th miss in 8 attempts. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way. There's Beal with the 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Beal's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Phoenix. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard from outside. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers in Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
And Booker taking a little bit of it out on the rim that time.
Kicks it out to Lillard. It's up a 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Booker outside. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Richards.
Just another part of Devin Booker's amazing offensive game. He finds wide open guys.
Down low, Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Booker is screen on Antetokounmpo. Durant for three. His first miss, now 3 of 4 from the field. Milwaukee leading by 3. Hey, Brent, Damian Lillard is as clutch as they come. He is fearless. Where do you think that comes from? Why is he so effective late in tight games?
Such a great question, Kevin, but for Damian Lillard, I think it boils down to one word, and that is confidence. And he has legitimately the ultimate confidence in all the work that he puts in the offseason to be in these moments, have the ball in his hands, and it's been proven time and time again that he can come through. It's why we see him tap his wrist and it being game time. Those are some of the most memorable moments of his career.
Now Lillard, after the missed 3 from KD. To the paint, here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I love it when Giannis is in attack mode like that and gets to the rim so quick.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he is something else. Hey, thank you. Shot clock at 6.
Durant covering a lot of territory with his length.
Takes a 3. Booker, no good. Milwaukee leading by 5. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
It goes on Devin Booker.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
And when Booker's connecting from deep, this offense goes to another level. Good to see him drain that.
Booker against Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Beal with a screen on Jackson. Booker with it. Lillard picks him up. Booker, good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And Lillard kicks to Jackson. And he...
Oh, man. Fans love it. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Lillard involving his guys. A great passer, and he makes a good decision there.
KD against Giannis. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his third foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Antetokounmpo against Booker. Durant for 3.
How about the reach from Giannis that time? He does not make any shot easy.
And Beal kicks to Durant. Just 5 on the clock. Booker with the screen for Durant. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And so we wrap up the first half. The Bucks on top. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. I'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. Bull out there with Plumlee. Then there's Allen. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Martin in at the 2 guard. And Milwaukee has possession. The Suns getting the bucket. Here's Sims. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Sims has got his first basket.
And how about Porter Jr.'s court awareness? Excellent job finding the open man with the pass.
Allen kicks to Martin. Kicks it out to Allen. Can't Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Allen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Prince with a screen on Allen. Here's Porter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 5.
Defenses try to test Porter's physicality, but he's adjusted well to it.
Bowl, a screen on Porter. Allen inside the three-point line. The rebound by the Bucks. Right side, Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Serious hops from Porter on that one, slamming it down with authority.
Now Allen, he has 5. Allen with another miss. Bucks leading by 7. On deep, Trent hits the three-point bomb. Trent's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now, here is O'Neal. Hasn't made one yet. Will it go? Allen drives in and slams off by Allen.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Kicks it out to Prince. Three-pointer. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
O'Neal outside. Back to Allen. O'Neal sets the screen for Allen. And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Allen, a screen on Prince. O'Neal misses. Bucks leading by 11. 3 on 3. Trent with the wide open look. No good with the triple. And so Allen will bring it up now for the Phoenix Suns. Pass to Bull. Jacks up a 3. Allen surveying the D. 5 on the clock. Shoots. A rebound by the Bucks. Trent outside. 1:19 left in the third quarter. Outside Portis. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Suns ball.
Suns trail by 11. Porter with the steal. Bucks passing it around. And the turnover again by Milwaukee.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Allen passes to Martin. Back to Allen. The tray. Martin kicks to Allen. 6 on the shot clock. Connects from three-point range. Allen's got it back down to single digits for the Suns.
And that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that.
Now, here's Portis. Scoreless thus far. There's a good screen. Ball against Porter. And again, the Bucks miss. And here is O'Neal. Allen outside. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. And now just a 5-point Bucks lead.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
The third quarter comes to a close. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for them.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. You can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Lets a floater go. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Well, the defense sinking and filling the lane, but Lillard stops short and floats one over the top.
Giannis' screen on Beal. Lillard the pass to Giannis. There's Giannis with the slam.
They like to use Giannis in the pick and roll situations. He's getting better and better at understanding how to set the screens. With a rolling target, boy, he's a good one.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Here's Antetokounmpo. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on Kevin Durant.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame.
Suns trail by 13. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. No good from Booker.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
So tough to contain the length of Giannis. When he takes those strides, he's going to make you foul.
And both free throws good for Giannis. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Down by 15. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And Booker just one of these guys who's calculating on the offensive end. He's trying to figure out what defenses are doing. He's always working hard to find shots, and he's going to influence the game with the way he can produce. At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line pretty much automatically.
And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Kicks it out to Lillard. He takes it in, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
It doesn't take much or long for Lillard to catch fire. An incredible offensive talent.
Good chance here for Booker. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul.
14 foul.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Nobody near Lillard. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Durant. Antetokounmpo kicks to Kuzma. Lillard with a screen for Kuzma. Outside for Jackson. 6 to shoot.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the team.
Second personal foul. 15 foul.
The free throw drops for Jackson.
At the line for 2, Jackson.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And stolen by Kuzma. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
At the line for Milwaukee, Kyle Kuzma.
And the first one drops. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates. In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Beal, that's for 2. And finished off by Beal.
And Bradley Beal rising up that time.
Bucks leading by 9. Lillard surveying the D. This one for 3. And that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Milwaukee.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Lillard with it. .26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Up and in on the layup.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Beal finds Booker. Outside for Durant. Puts up a deep 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns.
Suns ball.
And the Suns call time here. Just 2 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. Some good moments throughout the... Thanks so much, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Owen, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. Oubre is at the 2 with George playing the 3. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Maxey in at the point. And the Bucks with the possession here. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Antetokounmpo with it. Oubre picks him up. Here's Kuzma. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Nice contest, a high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
Pass to Embiid. The 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, this is a big part of Embiid's game. A very good three-point shooter.
Antetokounmpo surveys. Joel Embiid with the board.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Smart pass from the quick-thinking Maxey. Outstanding at finding uncovered teammates.
And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team. I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Maxey. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Pass to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Just an effective shot blocker. Lopez using all of that 7 feet, and he does a great job of picking his spots.
Just over a minute and a half in, and it's good. 2 points. George has got his second basket. The Bucks have gone 1 for 3 so far. All right, let's go to Allie LaForce now, who spoke with Doc Rivers.
I talked to him about Joel Embiid, and Coach told me Embiid does have us worried. He's just so physical out there, but we're going to be physical right back and get in his face when we can, so they'll be trying to challenge the big man all night.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Shot clock at 3. Lopez can't hit. The 76ers have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Here's Drummond. Kicks it to George. Back to Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
It's a 9-point spread. Lillard against George. The 3 is up. And Damian Lillard hits from deep. Lillard's got 5.
A genuine sniper from downtown. Lillard's confidence is what makes him so dangerous.
Out to the right wing. Embiid from outside. Rebounded by Lopez. And so Jackson Jr. will bring it up for Milwaukee. Lopez, the screen on Maxey. Jackson, the pass to Lopez. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
2 minutes.
Here's Jackson. Rebound by the 76ers. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Now here's Embiid. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Paul George pulls it in. The Sixers lead by 6. Here's Maxey. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And Maxey is just terrific on the drive. His speed and ability to finish is different in so many ways.
And Lillard puts up a deep 3. Off target with the 3.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
George's shot is good.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Now here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. And he's going for the oop here. Ooh, Giannis dumps it home.
Throw it up to the rim and let Giannis hammer it home. Never a bad idea.
Here's Maxey. Oh, big dunk right over Lopez.
Oh, the electric Tyrese Maxey.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Jackson against Maxey. George with it. He has 6. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Gets it off. And that's not going to go. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Sixers ahead. They're up by... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've made a point to take what's given to them in the mid-range. The jumpers are falling for them so far.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie.
He's a small guy with big hops. Maxey goes up high for that finish.
Antetokounmpo. Oh, and the jam by Giannis.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
George outside. Drummond to screen on Kuzma. George peels it out a bit. On the take. Shot clock at 5. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez. And he lobs it. Whoa! Antetokounmpo flying.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Grant, Kyle Kuzma is an instinctual scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
He's especially skilled inside the painted area, but he's a capable shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc. Plus, he's someone you can rely on in the clutch.
That doesn't go either for George. Bucks trail by 5. Lillard outside. 4-3. That one's off, and now he's 3 for 6. The 76ers have gotten nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter.
And just not letting the tough defense stifle him. I mean, George gets the shot he wants. Hustle pays dividends, I'll tell you. And when it's getting you to the line like that, whew, man, what a night.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players could learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous. Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Up top, Embiid. Over Antetokounmpo. That's good. From Embiid on the assist by Maxey. Maxey's got 3 assists in the game. Antetokounmpo outside. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Screen by Antetokounmpo. And he's going for the lob! Now Maxey. Give him 8. Drummond, high post. The kick out to Maxey. There's the drive. And the basket is good. Maxey's got 10.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Giannis to the cup. Excellent D there from Embiid. And Maxi's got the ball here for the 76ers. With the floater, another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
When Maxey is feeling himself, he can really fill up that stat sheet.
Kuzma finds Jackson. Pass to Lopez. Just 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. .114 left in the first half of this game. And the Bucks pushing it up now. Kuzma for 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
Good fundamental basketball from Kuz there. He works hard to find those shots and support his team.
Kicks it to George. And here's Oubre from the arc. It doesn't go for him.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
Jackson attacking. And he banks in the layup. Now just a 5-point 76ers lead.
And that's just Giannis making the right play, feeding the open man.
Maxey against Kuzma. Here's George. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Philadelphia shooting their second and third shots at the line here. We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast.
George against Lillard. 6 on the shot clock.
And I'll tell you, that was some smart basketball from Lillard right there. I mean, understanding how to put pressure on the D to get these calls.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one. And both free throws good for Lillard.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Pass to Embiid. He shoots. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. They've led by as much as 10. On the wing, Kuzma. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Sixers on top. They're up by 4. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Joel.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break. Ready for the second half.
Ready for the half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. We've got Edwards, and it's Grimes in at the 1. Edwards for 3, knocks down the long J. Edwards got himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. To the paint. Here's Walker, and the jam by Walker.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
To the inside, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Sinks the tray. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better. And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Left side, Edwards. Yes! Great play by Walker to set it up. And now an 11-point 76ers lead.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' two stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. Lets it fly. Edwards can't hit. The Bucks trail by 8. Down low. Here's Sims. And a strong finish with two hands.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Edwards a screen on Porter. The kick out to Edwards. Inside. Grimes' shot is off. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Porter. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Shot clock at 6. Back to Prince. Lets the 3 fly. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Here's Bona. The shake. Rips it home off a terrific move.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third.
First personal foul. First team foul.
To the middle. Stolen.
I just don't love the passing angle there. Might have been better to reset.
And the jam by Walker.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Porter, the pass to Portis. 6 to shoot. Here's Prince. Guarded by Edwards. Trent outside. From outside the arc. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. Porter against Walker. Portis with a screen on Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Porter's shot is off. The Sixers lead by 10. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Grimes, guarded by Trent. Hammers the lob through.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Now here's Portis. He's closely guarded. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And he has to build on this because we can see where him being a ghost out there has gotten them so far.
Edwards a screen on Porter. The kick out to Edwards. Here's the 3. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. The Sixers on top, leading by 10. All right, we're going to step. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Yes! For a guy his size, Giannis handles the rock very well, which makes him a nightmare for defenses.
And Maxey, here we go, kicks it to George. There's the 3. That's his 6th make in 11 tries.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Just a big-time answer from Lillard. He competes as hard as anyone in this league.
Maxey passes to George. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 8-point game. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. .60 ticks off the clock here in the 4th. Lillard looking around. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Launches it. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
Yeah, Lillard is relentless on offense tonight, getting bucket after bucket for his team.
Kicks it to George. Here's Embiid. Embiid elevates.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Lillard against George. Antetokounmpo, a screen on George. The shot by Lillard, no good. Philadelphia leading by 7. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, it seems like George could do this all night. He just keeps finding shots.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense. Antetokounmpo, a screen on George. And Andre Drummond is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th now. Jackson against Maxey. Shot clock at 6. And he lobs it up to the rim.
Embiid with no problem getting in your grill defensively.
He can't get that one to fall. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Drummond passes to Oubre. Back to Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. Antetokounmpo inside. Embiid's there. He drops it from range. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half.
And this is exactly why you got to be up on Lillard, or he'll burn you off the catch.
Maxey passes to George. It's stolen by Kuzma. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks.
The long strides of Giannis help him get down the court fast. A lethal player in transition.
To the wing, right side. Here's Embiid. No stopping Joel Embiid. Wow.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one. Who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Talk about strength and athletic ability. Lopez can maneuver against his opponents down low.
Now here's Jackson. Knocked away. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. Drummond against Kuzma. Embiid passes to Drummond.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game, because this one looks a bit out of reach.
And there is the whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. Tries to hit him. George's shot is off.
Almost a highlight reel play. Hey, you have to appreciate the effort.
Here's Lillard. Oh, Lillard finishing with authority.
The stakes don't shake Lillard at all. He stays cool and finds the clutch basket.
Maxey passes to Oubre. George outside. Out to Oubre. Spins. Up top, George. 4 on the clock. From deep. To the wing on the left. Three-pointer Embiid. That one falls. Coming off a Drummond feed.
Just another thing that makes Embiid unguardable. He can hit shots from any spot on the floor.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Money. So this one belongs to the 76ers. All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson.